Hello, I'm play game. Yes, okay. um, I'm doing a stream. I'm doing it off the laptop again, so we'll have to see how my um. Hi, Elbow. I'm doing it off the laptop again, so we'll have to see if how things go. Um, why isn't the page loading? No, that's the wrong IP address. Who came up with this? Why is it trying to connect to the thing? Advort. No, the ads don't stop for another 4 minutes. I don't know why it's not doing the WebSocket thing. We got a pre-roll ad. What? That's not the deal we had, Twitch. The deal was that you don't have pre-roll ads when I put the ads on. I'm angry right now, but I can't set it because my iPad keeps going to the wrong IP address. No, my keyboard's in Japanese now. This is not good. What? What? Huh? It won't let me change my pictures. Yobo, I think you're just gonna have to. I think you're just gonna have to subscribe to my channel. That's the only way this is gonna work. Why isn't my iPad working? Unless it's like a. Unless I'm on like a different. What's my IP config? Poor. Well, I suppose you're just Adlands now. It's a different fucking IP address than what it says in it has like renewed the IP address, which it shouldn't have because I'm pretty sure I gave it a static IP address. But I think these need to be changed to as changed as well. Yeah, now it's working. So it's because it renewed the IP address, which it's not supposed to do, but oh well. Now I can be angry at everything in life. Okay, first thing I'm going to check is the computer in power saving mode because it keeps doing that and I don't like it. Also, I had to swap chairs with my computer because my network cable is too short. Power. Those boards don't work on water unless you got power. High performance, good. I have no clue why Windows includes a power plan on desktop. There's no battery to save. So I'm streaming off my laptop. That's why I have to do that. I don't have a problem with it on the desktop, but the problem is for Expedition 33 here, I can't stream on the desktop because it needs to use all of the power it's got just to run Expedition 33 fast enough. That's why I moved to the laptop in the first place. But I moved back from the laptop because I was having problems with it not liking my stuff. I see you have seen the light of dual PC streaming. I wouldn't have had any problems streaming if it weren't for the fact that Claire Obscure is so power hungry, and if it weren't for the fact that graphics cards and PC components cost an arm and a leg for some reason. Like, I wouldn't have minded buying like a 5080 or something to deal with the performance issues, but the problem is it's like a $2,000 graphics card, and I can't afford that. Get out of here. Devs of this game be like, optimization, isn't that like one of the attacks we have? Listen, optimization is incredibly complicated. Like, I know I do it for a living, and it is not as easy as just saying, yeah, we're gonna optimize something. Like what you have to realize is that older games were faster and performant, not because they not because they chose to, but because they had to, because otherwise literally the hardware couldn't have run the game. Like, optimization and optimization is a bit of another ad Vod. See, I hate this. I made a deal with you, Twitch. I said I will do the ads if you switch off the pre-rolls, and it's like, nah. It actually gives me a thing up the top that tells me how long the pre-rolls are off. And so I try to get rid of that. That was actually like advice that was given to me by like another streamer. Was like, okay, so you wanna switch the ads on so you don't get pre-rolls, so that when people join they don't get bombarded with an ad. But also, if you but also you have to time it so that when you like get up, or when you go to get a drink, or sometimes when you're just literally not at the stream, that's when you throw the ads at people. Of course, I feel bad doing that sometimes, because it means that the people who pay for the subscription don't actually get the benefit of no ads. Hi, Yobo. I was just crapping on about how the ad system's stupid again. I wonder if I can go on YouTube without ads. But the thing is, I like Twitch as a platform, and I like some of the creators on Twitch, and it's nice being able to collab with them and stuff like that. And whereas YouTube feels like it'd just be blah. I don't know. I stream on YouTube without ads, but the channel points are nice. I like the points. I like the redeems. I like the emotes. I like most of the stuff. It's just the ads I want to get rid of. Like, I actually really like Twitch, and I like the people on Twitch. It's the ads that really suck. Also, Twitch has paid me more than YouTube ever did. YouTube was like, here is your 40 cents, but you can't have it because you haven't made enough. And Twitch was like, oh yeah, here's like $200. And I was like, wait, what? $200? I didn't do $200 worth of thingies on Twitch. It wasn't even the ads. Like, the ads are like a pittance. It's like, the ads are like, yes, 80 cents. But then, like, people come by and subscribe, and I actually earn some money, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's not a lot. It was like $200 for like the whole year, but it was nice to have. I did appreciate it. It was very nice to get some money. I like it when I get money for doing things. That's nice. Um Okay, we're gonna have a fun time because I don't know if I can hear the expedition. And the X button doesn't work. Huh? What? The buttons aren't working. What? I can't start the game. What? Why? Maybe if I turn the controller off? But the controller's working. I can go up and down. I can't use X. This game is broken. I promise I don't know what's going on. Maybe I should have bought the PS5 version. I would have had so much less problems if I bought the PS5 version. I guess we're just gonna have to close the game. That was the wrong thing to close. That's why it wasn't working. It was focused on my Twitch chat. Now I have to get the Twitch chat back up. I was wondering why there was no music. Why do I do this? Every time I go to stream, I'm having technical issues. This is bullshit. You're a skill issue. Okay, fine. I've done it. Is it working now? Now it's working. Why would the arrow keys work but not the X key when I don't have focus? Who did this? I want to speak to Expedition 33's manager. I have a special power today, and that power is the ability to turn on and off the air. Let me know if the game audio is too quiet, because I just watched the Metro Prime VOD, and I was like really loud, and the game audio was barely audible. As a matter of fact, I could probably stand to be a bit quieter, but what I wanted to be is I wanted to be so that so that my voice is like in the normal range, but then also the game video is like maybe about like a third of what my voice is supposed to be, maybe even half, and so that you can hear the game, but it's not too quiet that you have to turn it up and then have to deal with me being really loud, but also so that you don't have to but also I want all the volume to be boosted enough that you don't have to like wait a minute, is something wrong with the game audio? Let's play some music. Let's see. Something's wrong with the game audio. It's not outputting. Why? Yeah, it's just not outputting game audio. What the fuck? I know why. I'm fucking stupid. That's why. herder would help if I set the audio output to the Elgato. There we go. Now you can hear it. I was sitting here being like, I can hear it just fine, but... Okay, the last thing I need to test is the... I can make him throw dust in the air. Okay, the last thing I need to test is if my alerts work.
It's a stick.
Okay, well, I heard that, so that's good enough. That it works today. Wait, did you guys hear it? Wait a minute, did you guys hear it? Let's see.
It's a stick.
Yeah, okay, we both heard it. Good. So, actually, that's the thing, is on the laptop, I have less issues with... the alerts not working because I'm not trying to capture the same audio device as the alerts. Kinda. What was I doing last time?
How did the Jestrels survive out here?
I'm not sure.
I can't wait to ask them. Jestrels?
Yep.
Told you Jestrels were real.
You did not.
Well, I thought it.
Okay. Find the Gestural Village. Go sleep. Time for an EP sleepy. Let's see if I can make the stream die from encoding. That seems fine. You can hear my poor laptop trying its best to cool itself. Hello. I forgot what I was doing now. There was something that I wanted to go back to do. And I think I did it. Because I went back to the start. Hey Albert, you never updated your stream title? Oh, fuck. Whoops. I knew I was forgetting something. It still says I'm streaming Castlevania. I think my notification I fucked up and didn't put the actual game in the name. Yeah, I said I am stream for game. I like to so the notifications still worked. This is like the first thing I usually do. Castlevania 33, Alucard, obscure. I don't know what I'm doing. Fucking Claire. No results for Claire. Come on. Claire Obscure Exhibition 33. I done it. It's done. We can celebrate now. The thing's done. I'm going to turn the air conditioner back on. There we go. It's back on now. You're going to have to deal with the loud. Even though you kind of can't hear it. I'm amazed at how much you can't hear the air conditioner. Like, I was watching the, like, you can probably tell more now that I'm turning it off and on, but in the Metroid Prime 2 stream, like, I don't think I could hear it. Like, but I don't care because, I want it to be cold in here and not hot because it's almost summer. I forgot what we were doing, cram it. Hi. I completely forgot how this game works. Offensive switch. Ah, I pressed that button. Okay. I shoot you in the weakness. You also have a weakness. Don't hide. No, I know that you have a weakness there. God damn it. God damn it, oh, that guy's head's missing. Immolation. I guess. Lester Burns. Oh wait, it's Luster. Wait, I completely forgot to parry anything. Parried. Oh, but I pressed it. This game's mean. Haha, I'm jumping. Everyone attack because it's how I get more AP. Stop that. I see Gustav is ready for expositioning. Oh, yes, he is ready for some wine and baguettes. Oh. I love the like doing a fake French accent. It's so fun. If I'm honest, I love getting to see different stuff from different cultures around the world. It's so nice. It's so much fun. Oh, this button makes that appear. What does that do? Don't tell me this is a shortcut to the earlier part of the world. Hi everyone, how are you? How's it going? Yeah, this is a shortcut to like the indigo tree and stuff. So, like, why would I fight the monsters? See, this is the big problem with not giving me a random encounter system. If I don't have a random encounter system, I can just be like, suck shit, I'm not fighting you. What incentive do I have? It's a shortcut to mushrooms? What? I really hope you get that reference. I don't know what that reference is. I'm sorry, I don't know. A shortcut to mushrooms? Someone hasn't read or watched Lord of the Rings. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I'm not... when it comes to Lord of the Rings, I think I've watched like one or two of the movies, but that's about it. The thing with Lord of the Rings is like it's one of those things that I haven't read because if I'm honest, I'm not a big fan of high fantasy settings. I kind of maintain that. Now I'm mad and disappointed. Well, the high fantasy is done to death. It's been done so many times. It has to be something really special and unique for me to like it when it's a high fantasy setting. Like, my least favorite entries in Final Fantasy are ones that have high fantasy settings. It has to be something really good and special. It's the Lord of the Rings isn't unique or special. Well, Lord of the Rings is kind of the thing that I think of when I think of high fantasy. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand why so many people like it, and it's not bad or nothing. It's just that, well, like, it's kind of the thing I think of when it comes to that. That and things like D&D and things like Elder Scrolls and stuff like that. It's like, but also, like, there's so many different games and movies and TV shows and stuff like that take place in a high fantasy setting, and I just kind of, I don't know, I'm tired of it. I want unique settings. I want interesting settings like this. This is really neat. I like this. I played Fallout 3 because I like the setting better, even though it's basically running on the same engine as Oblivion does. Oblivion has been a bit of a slog, by the way. I've kind of been like, like, it's funny. That game's funny, but it's because, like, you know, because the random interactions that the non-player characters have is amazing. But, like, if you come by and you're like, oh yeah, it's like elves and orcs and it's like medieval and swords and magic and all of this sort of stuff, I'm like, next, give me something else. I want something that's like, I've seen that a million times. I've seen it in Dragon Quest, I've seen it in Final Fantasy, I've seen it in Lord of the Rings. Heck, even like, so this was the problem I had with reading books, was that every book I read was high fantasy. I'd be given things like Harry Potter, and I'd be given things like Terry Pratchett, and I feel bad saying that about Terry Pratchett because Terry Pratchett books are hilarious, but it all felt so samey, and somebody finally noticed that I didn't like this setting, I kept getting books like this that were like high fantasy books, because for some reason people thought that I liked high fantasy stuff. And then somebody gave me a copy. My sister recognized this and was like, well, you know, like, you say you don't like reading books, but like, I think that we just haven't gotten you a book that you like. Albert ranks Terry Pratchett above Lord of the Rings. Terry Pratchett's hilarious. So the thing is, and to be fair, I can't fairly judge Lord of the Rings because I haven't read it. Like, I'm sure that, you know, I'm missing out on quite a bit, but I've had so many people come by and give me all of these fantasy books, and I read them, and I'm like, I don't want this. I'm not a big fan of all this. And finally, my sister came by and was like, well, just because you say you don't like books, but like, how many of them have you read? And I prattled off this list of like all these like high fantasy books, and she was like, I see. And so she gave me a copy of Tomorrow When the War Began instead, and I read that book, and I absolutely fucking loved that book. That book has such an interesting setting because it's set in outback Australia, and war breaks out and all of this sort of stuff. So like they have to hide and shit like that, and there was a lot of like, it was kind of about like guerrilla warfare and stuff like that, which I found a whole lot more interesting because, well, it wasn't just like, yes, this is an interesting setting because there's elves and dwarves and stuff like that, and I'm like, come on, like, yes, we have magical things, and it's like, whereas this was like, okay, we have this character who's going to throw a lawnmower at someone because they're stupid. Or they're going to use a Ferris wheel and a fairground. Like, there's like a fairground that they use as like a base and stuff like that. And there's this Ferris wheel that they end up having to like, I think they like knock it off its hinges or something like that, but what was really nice about it was just a unique setting. The way that, so what happens is they go off on a holiday to a place that they call, I think it was like hell or something like that. You gotta keep in mind it's been like 20 years since I read this book, and it's a place out in the outback that they called like hell or something, and basically they go camping for a week or two or something like that, and then war breaks out by the time that they get back. Turns out like Australia gets invaded by some unknown assailants. Like, the book doesn't really explain who it is that invades, and I think that's really cool because the way that, like, because it puts you in the same shoes as these teenagers that went on this trip sort of thing, and they come back and all of a sudden they're finding themselves having to hide in the shadows and like find food and all of this sort of stuff. You don't like high fantasy? Sounds like you'd like something more depressing, like Animal Farm or Brave New World. No. It's that high fantasy is a setting that I've seen done so many times. Like, the first time it was unique and fun and exciting, but I have seen it done everywhere. Like, everything does it. You can't wave a stick around around media without hitting a high fantasy novel or a high fantasy game or a high fantasy movie and I have seen so many of them, and I'm just kind of like even anime has it. Like, it's all over the place. And but then also, so after reading Tomorrow When the War Began, like, I ended up really enjoying that entire series. I read like every single one of those books. And it was amazing how quickly I read through some of those books, because I was known for, I was and I still am kind of known for taking like a fucking, like a mountain of time to get through books. Like, I would read through like a page in like 10 minutes, and it turns out it was simply because I wasn't interested in those books. It was a slog. Don't mind me, I'll just take this. Why do I even bother fighting these guys? I have to go out of my way. But so afterwards I would go on to take a look at other books, and I would discover that I'm actually a really big fan of Super Sleuth novels. Like when I read The Murder of Josh Ackroyd, I absolutely loved that book. That book was awesome. Like, it was so cool seeing a different kind of setting, you know, like just anything. Like, it blew my mind, and Adboard from Alboard. There we go. One.
Brace yourself.
I did it! I performed the counter. I killed him with the counter. That's so mean. Stuff and things. Where's my drink bottle? I have my drink bottle. It is good. But yeah, oh, dang it, I hit the mic. But, so the thing is, like, so after I read The Murder of Josh Ackroyd, it was, was it Josh? It might have been Jonathan. I remember it being Josh because I had a friend named Josh at the time. Roger Ackroyd, that's it. Where did I get Josh from? What the fuck? Oh, I think the protagonist might be named Josh. Dr. James? Where did I get Josh from? My brain has crossed wires, something chronic here. Buck, that's what the... I think it's Roger, and I've mixed that syllable up with Josh. That's why it didn't sound right. So The Murder of Roger Ackroyd is a wonderful book, that has an amazing, that is an amazing example of like a Super Sleuth book. It's a Poirot book by Agatha Christie, and it's Poirot's last mystery. And I really enjoyed that book, especially since it doesn't introduce the Super Sleuth into the novel until like way late in the book too. Because usually, but after reading that, I was like, wait a minute, there's like other books like this. There's like Sherlock Holmes and stuff like that, and I really enjoyed the Ace Attorney series, because of the way that it was like, oh yeah, it's like a puzzle that we have to solve, and we have to like... Here's what? Who found what? Okay. Here's what I found. I wasn't talking to you, Siri. Go away. But I really like that book because, like, I like the Ace Attorney series and all that sort of stuff, so I was kind of like, oh yeah, these are like books I might like. But then also there were other books that I read as well, that I started reading as well, that I really enjoyed, that didn't have to be a high fantasy setting. Like, I enjoyed Treasure Island. Treasure Island is a wonderful thing. No, we're not ordering a pizza. Fucking Siri, order a pizza. You don't understand, Yobo. When I say shit like that here in Australia, the last thing that's going to happen is a pizza's going to arrive at my doorstep. Like, nothing, none of the cool, neat features work. We didn't even get Nintendo Store. Like, everyone was crapping on about the Nintendo Store earlier, about how it gives you detailed info on your activity on games, and it turns out that it's not available here. What's the first thing? A kangaroo beats you up? Huh? We don't get any of that shit. It's so annoying. I always hear about things. Like, we didn't get PlayStation Now. We didn't get any of that cloud gaming shit where you could play like PS2 and PS1 and PS3 games or whatever. Like, Sony just showed up and was like, here's the PlayStation 5. You can buy things in the store and maybe online. And half of the shit online. So there's like a completely different tier system for PlayStation Plus. It's basically like, you can either pay for PlayStation Plus normal or the like deluxe edition, and that's it. That's all you get. it's kind of bullshit. Blabbery. Hiya, humans. Care for a good deal? Sure. What even is this character? I can buy haircuts. I want a Goblu. I want an artist. Find an expeditioner. Oh, interesting. Ta-ta. But yeah, so, and like, I found that when you read books that find an exponential what? No, it's find an expeditioner. I found that when books have unique settings, there's not a whole lot of them. Like, I can't think of many other books with a setting like Treasure Island. Like, Treasure Island has 1,000,001 adaptations because it's like the only book like it. There really isn't that many other... I suppose there's like On Stranger Tides is another one. But there's not a whole lot of them. Whereas I could prattle off this entire list of fucking of high fantasy bullshit ass novels that I've read. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, no. That's not the same kind of setting. Like, that's a different thing. That's more about, like, being in a submarine and being out at sea. Like, it's like I'm talking like pirates. Like, so 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is kind of like a unique setting. It's very much a Jules Verne book. Whereas and even then, that's a unique setting. Like, being under the like the Jules Verne books. Like, come on. So people were like, fucking Harry Potter and Terry Pratchett and Lord of the Rings and all of this sort of stuff, when books like fucking Jules Verne exists, or Dune. Like, come on. You read it? It's a pretty similar setting, nothing like the movies. I haven't read it, but well, to be honest, when it comes to books, I haven't read a whole lot of books. I have read some of them that I'm talking about here. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, though, it's, I suppose since I haven't read it, I can't really judge the setting. I've just got ideas that I've seen from other people. If I'm honest, I would love to read more of these books, but it takes a really long time for me to read them, regardless. I picked up 1984 because I wanted to read it, and that book has been difficult to get through. It's very different from the movies, very similar. Oh, yeah, because... Okay, fair enough. Treasure Island was one that I read because I liked the Treasure Island movies. I liked things like Muppets Treasure Island, and I liked Treasure Planet, and I liked the Russian Treasure Island adaptation that's got like the funk version of Dr. Livesey and stuff like that. I haven't watched the original Treasure Island movie. I should get around to that. But I loved that setting. As a matter of fact, I really like pirates. Like, pirates is such a good thing. Like, there's a reason why I crap on about Monkey Island all the time. I love that kind of setting. And yet everyone was giving me fucking fantasy novels.
Advantage.
Like, my entire childhood is just fantasy novels. Should watch Pirates of Penzance. Oh, I have heard of that one. I haven't watched it. You're just salty? I am a bit salty. To be honest, like I kept get given these books, and oh yeah, my friend would murder me for saying this, but Aragon as well. Don't tell him I said it. Shh. He loves those books. But like every time I see like, yeah, it's like dragons and medieval and stuff like that, I'm like, No, Aragon sucks. You gotta understand, this is a friend I've had for a long time, and I can't fairly judge all those books because I haven't read them all. But it was another one that people tried to get me to read. I got to a point where I'd just read it and I'd be like, I'm not interested in this. And like the same goes for games, like games that did that. I found that a lot of media when they're trying to do fantasy, like high fantasy, and they want to there's a surprising amount of media that says, if it's not high fantasy, then it's like space stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love a good space media, but it has the same problem. I'm not gonna lie, like space stuff is really overdone. Like it is insane. Like you've got things like Star Wars and Star Trek. You've got things like things like 2001: A Space Odyssey and stuff like that. You've also got like, well, I mentioned it earlier. June's a bit more nuanced than that, and I haven't read it, but June is one that I think of when it comes to space. But there's things like Alien and stuff like that takes place in space, and there's a lot of space things like Firefly takes place in space. Like there's like, and I like space stuff better than high fantasy stuff, but my goodness, it also gets a lot of coverage. Like I have so you gotta understand, I come from a family of bookworms, right? My mother, my brother, and my sister all love reading books. They have so many fucking books. Like, we're talking libraries worth of books. And me, so for me, I was more like my dad. My dad didn't like books, but my dad liked movies, and I love movies to bits. Like, movies are my jam. Like, I have watched so many movies, and I love so many movies, and space is overdone in movies as well, if you ask me. Like, heck, even RPGs overdo space. Like, oh my god. Like, there's, same with, like, RTS games. So, like, there's, like, games like, Lagrange Point and fucking, I had another one, that was a space RPG. Mass Effect, that's it. And I thought you came from the land down under where women glow and men plunder. I do. But, so the thing is the majority of my family are bookworms, aside from me and my dad. And, like, even, like, extended family reads so many books, and I'm like, and they would all give me high fantasy books because they thought that was what I wanted, and I didn't want it. And I much prefer something like this. I love this setting. This setting is so unique. It's like, it's like a fractured world with, like, that has, like, art and paintings and France and stuff like that. That's wonderful. I love that kind of thing. If you'd have pointed me at this and been like, there's, like, dragons and dungeons and armor and stuff like that, and I'd be like, I would have glazed over by now. Who are you? Hi, are you friendly? You have a big anchor. Oh, you're not friendly. Chromatic ruler. Ow! Well, I managed to miss all of those. Okay, tell me right now, Yobo, is the music too loud? Because this is kind of an example of what I'm talking about right now. Is like, is it... Because, like, I can turn it down more, but I'm not sure if it's too loud or not. Maybe a skosh loud. I'm going to put it a little bit down, because I want it to be quieter. Like, I like it when it's quiet, but I don't want it to be too quiet. How about now? What's that? I turned it down by like a decibel and a half. Perfect. Great. Now I need to turn the volume down on my fucking TV. Okay. But, okay, let's take a look, see. This guy might be formidable, so, one. I parried one of them. Come on! There was another one, really? That's too much. This game needs to go away. Heals self by 20% if the target burns, but I don't have that yet, so...
Let me help.
Powerful. Let's burn. Okay, I haven't dealt a whole lot of damage. Okay. I think I'm about to die.
Not looking good.
Maybe I should run. Wait, I can't run? I thought I could run. Let's see, what do I have? I can't cast Rebirth, I can cast Healing Light.
I'm ready.
One. Ah!
I'm ready.
One. 2. 3. I fucking fucked it up. Oh well. Face your death with some courage, horse thief. No, I don't want to retry the battle. I don't feel like thinking about the battles today. But but there's so many weird and wonderful and interesting settings that games and books and movies and stuff like that can have, that I kind of just glaze over with the one that I've seen done over and over and over again. Like, the amount of times high fantasy has influenced media is insane. It's gotten to a point where there is an anime called Goblin Slayer, where they don't even bother giving names to the characters, and it's clear that they were so tired of the high fantasy setting that they decided to make an anime about a character who just decided to stay at the lowest levels and murder goblins. Because the goblins were just like a menace, and everyone else takes a look at him and is like, why are you fighting goblins? We're gonna move on to things like big dragons and stuff like that, you know, and go on adventures. This guy was like, nah, the goblins are still a problem for everyday people, so let's fucking do that. But in that anime, none of the characters have names. It's just like the priest and the elf and the dwarf and stuff like that, you know? Like, it's... And I look at it, I'm like, fucking Golden Axe does the same thing. It also has the high fantasy setting stuff. I love that game to bits, but it's another example of a game that uses that setting. There's so many that use that setting, and I'm just like, no. and then I come by and I play a game like Expedition 33 that's like, you know what, we don't need this shit that D&D established like 20 years ago. Oh, sorry, 50 years ago. I say 20 years ago, like as if it wasn't in like the 70s. It's going to be interesting when we refer to like the 2000s as like the 20s and the 30s and 40s and stuff like that, instead of the 1930s and 40s. I hope I live to be old enough to see the 70s. Yeah, the style and setting of Expedition 33 is pretty cool. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, if you come at me with a unique and interesting setting like this, I'm gonna enjoy that game. I really am. It's like, and I don't mean to be mean to Lord of the Rings. Like, I'm well aware that a lot of people like that series. And a lot of people really like those books, and there's a lot to just because I'm upset at the setting doesn't mean that there isn't something worthwhile there. And my opinions on things change all the time. Like, there's like I vehemently, I used to, and I still kind of do, vehemently hate Final Fantasy II. But Final Fantasy II, the longer I go on, the more I appreciate it for what it did. Because Final Fantasy II, without Final Fantasy II, the rest of the series wouldn't have been as awesome as it is. Final Fantasy II is like, it established so many things for the series, and the thing that I think that was most important was that Final Fantasy II established that the sequel to Final Fantasy could be like a different story world. It didn't have to take place in the same universe as the first one. It didn't have to take place with the same characters and the same conventions, and it didn't have to have the baggage of Final Fantasy 1. And by establishing that early on, the entire rest of the series was able to freely abandon that baggage whenever it felt like. Even to this day, sort of thing. Even though Final Fantasy 14 is rife with references to all of the other games in the series, they're like, oh yeah, for like we don't have a problem with abandoning turn-based mechanics, or we don't have a problem with deciding we're going to pretend to be Game of Thrones for an entry or something like that, you know, like, and that's what I really, and we really have Final Fantasy 2 to thank for that, and Final Fantasy 2 has a lot of really neat ideas and all of that sort of stuff, and I don't know, I've been too mean to it because simply because of the way that I played it, and it's really incompatible with modern gaming sensibilities, because most games want you to like level up and make the numbers go up and stuff like that, and Final Fantasy 2 was designed to effectively combat that by making it so that it's kind of a Herculean task and not the point of the game. You know, the point of the game is to just kind of play through the game and the story and stuff like that, and whilst there's some validity in wanting to min-max your characters, Final Fantasy 2 experiments and tries to do the opposite. And also, Final Fantasy 2 has a very similar knights and swords and dragons and elves and... Or actually, no, it doesn't have elves. But it's got a very similar sort of setting. But the thing about Final Fantasy 2 is that Final Fantasy 2 kind of has that setting, but it's also kind of unique. it has interesting names for places. It doesn't fall into a lot of the same tropes as your generic high fantasy would. Like, not a lot of high fantasy settings, or actually, I suppose a few high fantasy settings have things like airships and stuff like that. Especially in the Final Fantasy series. So Final Fantasy uses Gustav looking like a guy who likes high fantasy. I do hate having to use that term so often. It's just the best descriptor. Like, the fact that there's even a genre name for it kinda gives away how overused it is. But so Final Fantasy is an interesting case because people come up to me and be like, you say you don't like high fantasy settings, but you love Final Fantasy. And I'm like, what I loved about Final Fantasy was that it did different settings over the course of the years. Like, Final Fantasy 1 through 4 had a very fantasy, very high fantasy and D&D inspired and stuff like that. There's a few like variances, but it's kind of the stuff that puts me off, that I'm like, yeah, I don't know. 2 and 3 are a bit more distinct than the others, but you know, it's kind of the same thing. But then 6 comes along, and 6 is like a Victorian era, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, I want that. I love like the whole steampunk and Victorian era thing. I love Victorian era and steampunk stuff a whole bunch. Like, that sort of shit's my jam. It's up there with like pirates. But the but then Final Fantasy 7 comes along, and 7's like a 90s futuristic type kind of feeling place. It's like, I guess you could call it cyberpunk, but I don't know that really fits. But FF7's setting is even more unique and interesting than Final Fantasy 6's. Like, 6 is like 6 is a Victorian era setting, but there's still like castles and there's still like dragons and stuff like that, and so it's kind of like, you can see the roots showing through. Whereas with 7, it's like completely and totally in this dystopian future type kind of place. It's like a mix between a dystopian future and a contemporary setting, and I love that shit. That was so good. But then 8 comes along, and 8 kind of has more of a utopian future feel to it, rather than the dystopia you had from FF7. You know, like Final Fantasy VIII's problem wasn't in its like class equality and stuff like that, but instead it was more about there being a tyrant, you know, and all of this sort of stuff, running over what otherwise would be a utopian looking like setting, and like FF9, I suppose you could argue that it has a more high fantasy setting, because it kind of does. But I don't know, it mixes in a lot of different flavors. It feels a bit more it feels a lot more slapdash than anything like that. But then you've got like FF10 that goes to this post-apocalyptic future type kind of thing, and then religion took over, and and you got like 12, which is just Sky Pirates, and who doesn't love Sky Pirates? Final Fantasy 11 has a high fantasy setting in it's less generic than the shit I'm talking about, but it's set in like the 1100s, and I'm like, what? Like, this is peak fucking medieval shenaniganry. Like, anything that's like the 1100s and the 1200s is the medieval setting. Like, don't at me. I should stop crapping on about this and play the game, though. Like, this is a bit of a hot button. Not only is it a bit of a hot button, like, opinion and take, but also like I feel as though I haven't read enough books to properly like comment on whether or not these things are good, you know. Like, for all I know, maybe I'm full of it, and turns out it's a completely different setting that's overdone or something like that, you know. Like, and I've just read a handful of books that just didn't agree with me or something. I don't fucking know. See, that's what I love about these kinds of opinions and critiques, is that you can tell people them and people can respond. And then when people respond, they give you good things. I would recommend doing Lord of the Rings as an audiobook. I have thought of that. Because ironically enough, I was listening to a podcast that was talking about how they loved sharing Lord of the Rings, and discussing how it might be a good idea to listen to it as an audiobook as well, and that there was a really good audiobook of this and that and the other. If I'm honest, I'm not sure if I like audiobooks or not. I've been listening to one that, when I go on walks, that's called Bobaverse, because a friend of mine recommended it to me. Bobaverse is a book about a software developer called Bob, who sells his software company for like $1 billion, and the first thing he does is he makes it so that he buys like a cryogenic freezing insurance plan that's like if you're terminally injured or, you know, mortally wounded or something like that, we'll freeze you and then find a way to like bring you back in the future. And he does that, and then the very next thing that happens is he gets hit by a bus. What happens is he gets hit by a bus, so they put him in cryogenic stasis until such a time as they can cure him or whatever. But what happens is eventually the assets of this cryogenic freezing thing get sold off to the government when the company goes bust in the future, and so the government like owns his corpse or whatever. And so what they do is and there's like this space race apocalypse type kind of situation where like World War III is about to break out or whatever. And so rather than trying to win World War III, they try to send what's known as a von Neumann probe out into space. So a von Neumann probe is supposed to be like a robotic probe that is capable of rebuilding, of building itself out of like materials, kind of like 3D printing itself or something like that. So like off in the distant future, what they do is they grab this guy because they've got these corpsicles or whatever. They decide to thaw them out and put their brains into these von Neumann probe things. And this guy was a software engineer who was really like knowledgeable in how all this stuff works and how like software engineering works and sci-fi and all of that sort of stuff. And turns out that he's the only one that didn't go mad after being put into the AI computer or whatever, because he was just such a rational person. And so what they do is they put his brain into this von Neumann probe and send him out into space and say, okay, go off in the space and explore space for us or whatever. And so it's about this guy called Bob, like exploring space, making clones of his robot body or whatever, and there's shenanigans out in space. So like some of them go back to Earth, some of them find like other planets with like life on them, some of them encounter other ones of these like von Neumann probes or whatever they're called, like from like different countries and stuff like that was sent out, but it's been an interesting thing. It's called Bobiverse because the first one is called Bob, and then every time he clones himself, it's another Bob, and all of this sort of stuff. So they start coming up with they have to come up with slightly different like names for one another, otherwise they'll get confused. So there's like Bill and Ben and stuff like that, and eventually like they clone themselves so much that you get ones like Mario and Homer and stuff like that. And like, so one of them finds one of the other like probes that was rushed by like one of the other countries that sent them out, but they've gone mad because of the same problem that they tried to fix with this one with Bob's probe sort of thing. And so they have to kind of like, you know, take care of him and help him and stuff like that. And they find like it's been super interesting listening to that one. There's like 6 books of it or something like that. What? You know, well, I don't know. I've just been enjoying the book. A friend of mine recommended it to me, and I was like, okay, I'll sit down and listen to this. And it's actually been a really interesting read, and I've been listening to that as an audiobook, and that's been reasonably successful. But the problem is, I only do it when I'm walking around the place. I don't do it when I'm like driving the car or at work, because it gets too distracting. Like, if I'm paying attention to the book whilst I'm driving, then I'm more likely to like have a car accident or get distracted and not do my work or whatever, you know, like. So I kind of have to still put aside time for it, even with the audiobook. And sometimes the audiobook can take longer than me study while reading it just via sight. It depends. So one of the things I learned about ADHD is that with ADHD, it makes it so that it's really difficult for you to read, because you sit there and you read the same thing over and over again. And sure, you could call in a favor from all the spiders you've tossed outside instead of killing, and have them drive while you listen. What? Oh my god, Yovo, That has to be the most stretch of a joke I've ever seen. It's like, yes, let's somehow fit spiders into let's somehow fit spiders into this equation to help you drive. Oh no. Oh, you made me laugh so much that I accidentally turned into normal Dave for a second. I'm sorry. Oh, during the Metroid stream, you said you threw spiders outside instead of killing them. I do throw spiders. I do put spiders outside because they didn't do anything to me. They didn't hurt me. They're just spiders. I've yet to be hurt by a spider. And if I'm honest, the spiders keep the ants out. They also eat the moths. They also eat the mosquitoes. Why the fuck would I not want the spiders around? They eat flies too. I hate flies. They fly around and they make this annoying noise. Who came up with that? Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a bug that goes like, and it's so dumb that it flies around in circles in the middle of your room for half the thing. Where is the remote for my... What? Aha, I put the keyboard on top of it. I was like, it's getting cold, getting too warm in here. Sounds like something a spider would say. Oh, shut up. Don't make me put the microphone right in front of the air conditioner. How do you like that? How's that for sounding awful? I think the noise gate might stop that. It does. I can see it. The noise suppression is getting rid of it still. Oh my god. I'm playing a game, aren't I? It's fine. No, it's fine. I can play this game at some point. Either I'm focusing on the game or I'm focusing on crapping on about high fantasy. I want down there. Let me down there. Let that child alone. It's Big Green. Mission complete. Distract the Albert plus respect. I'm taking my time today because fuck you, rushing things. If I take my time, then I'll be fine. Yeah, that's the rhyme. It's simply sublime. I think I'll beat up a mime. I wasn't expecting to think of that many thingies. Okay. I can't think today. I have done nothing in the game. Where am I? I need to get my bearings. Okay, so this is the... Where is this? What am I doing? I need to play Golden Sun instead, because then I know where I'm going. This is the part where I just close the game and go, right, that's it, Golden Sun time. Okay, so this is the guy that I bought stuff from. That's right, I opened the menu to do the buy stuff things. Listen, you've already got enough wardrobe going on. Artist. Oh, big long hair. I wish my hair was big and long. It kind of is. It's long, but I wouldn't say it's big and long. It's... The problem is, it's curly hairs, and it only comes down to my shoulders. So, it's kind of like, it's about as long as Lune's hair here, but it's a completely different type of hair. It looks a bit more like a blonde version of Gustav's hair. Does Gustav have a longer hair option? He doesn't. He has a bun option. So my hair's like Gustav's hair, but with the length that Lune has. I wish I had hair that was that long. That would be awesome. I would love that. The problem, one of the big problems is that styling the hair is really difficult. You have to like know what you're doing, and I don't. I have been learning a lot though. I learned that you're not supposed to use hot water. Albert got a fro confirmed. I do. Well, I have a fro when I don't take care of it properly. If I just don't do nothing with it, then it grows up and it becomes this mad ass fro. So I have to like, but yeah. So what you have to do is you have to grow it like extra long so that it has weight to drag it down. And that's why it only comes down to my shoulders, because I haven't cut it in like a couple years now. Has it been a couple years? It might have only been 1 year. Okay, so here's our bearings, right? This is the floating reins. That is the way to get back to the normal, to the area before the floating waters. So that is where I need to go, is this like area in the center here. I think. So there's our merchant friend. Wait a minute, this looks different from when I was playing it earlier though. What changed? What is with all these, like, balls? So this is the entrance to the place. That's where I'm, like, supposed to go. So, like, for the longest time, I had the fro, and... Well, for the longest time, I either had short hair or it was like an afro, and I fucking hated it. I don't like having short hair. I just don't. I don't care that it takes like a fuck ton more maintenance for the longer hair. I just don't want it. I want the longer hair. The short hair looks awful. It looks awful on me. I don't really like it that much at all, and every time I get like friends and family members telling me, oh, you gotta cut your hair, you gotta get a haircut, and I'm like, and eventually I just got so, like, every single time I was like, but I like it long, and like my parents would like make hair appointments for me and be like, nah, we're getting your hair cut and all of this sort of shit. And I was like, God damn it. And this time I was just like, know what? Fuck you. I'm old enough to make my own decisions in life. I'm not doing this shit anymore. Buzz cut or nothing. I did get a buzz cut one time and I fucking hated it. Always hated it. Get rid of it. Get out of here. Like, I've always wanted to grow it long, and now I'm fucking old enough. It's my own life. Fuck you. And I feel ripped off. I feel scammed because I could have spent all that time when I was younger, like, learning how to take care of the hair. Now I have no idea what I have to do with it. Like, it has been amazing trying to learn how. It has been crazy learning all of these different, like, things that you have to know about hair. Like, I didn't even know that there was, like, different types of hair and what that meant. I always had people telling me, oh, you've got this wonderful curly hair, and oh, you're so lucky for having this curly hair. I would kill to have hair like this. And I'm like, really? Because I don't see anything special about it. And what I now know is that it's like the most difficult hair of all time to take care of. It's like, you know how there's like shampoo and conditioner? You know how you put shampoo in your hair? Well, no, don't do that. Not good. Don't put shampoo in the curly hair. It's bad for it, turns out. Who the fuck would have guessed that shampoo would be bad for my hair? It's like, okay, well, what am I supposed to put in it? So it turns out, shampoo is for cleaning your hair, but when you got the curly hair, it's like it makes it all frizzy and bad and breaks it up. So you got to use it only every now and then just for cleaning it. And so that's a thing that I learned. So, okay, so there is 2 of these portal gate thingies. There's like one here in the yellow area. There's one in the red area. I never used conditioner. Like, I just took all that time to strip the oils from my hair. Why would I put them back in? No, you put the oils back in because otherwise your hair breaks apart. So the point of the shampoo is to clean your hair so that you get all the gunk and shit out of it. Like if you've spilled anything or gotten any dirt in it. So no, the thing is the shampoo's kind of like detergent for your hair. You know, you can wash your dishes without the detergent, but you have a much easier time with the detergent. But the thing about the shampoo is the shampoo gets rid of the oils in your hair, and your hair needs like oil to protect it so that it doesn't like frizz and break and all of that sort of stuff. So that's why you put the conditioner in it. But the thing about curly hair is that curly hair, it affects extremely worse than normal straight hair. So you have to only use the shampoo every now and then, and like use a boat ton of conditioner like every time you wash it. Like if you're gonna go in the shower, just use conditioner. Don't bother with the shampoo. Like you use the shampoo like once a fortnight. Like, but then there's also things like styling it and drying it and like there's like products you can put in afterwards. But also one thing that's really important is you make sure that you have to brush it when it's wet, because if you brush it when it's dry, it just becomes a frizzy big ball of fluff mess. And that was something I didn't know. Would have been nice to know that. Like, what am I even doing right now? So so there is a portal up here. There's a portal over there. but there's like all these things about it. Like there's like conditioner that you can put in after you've washed it and stuff like that. And there's things like heat treatment and like there's all kinds of different styling products and like using a comb versus using a normal brush versus using a special detangling brush that you need for like curly hair. It turns out in order to take care of curly hair, you need a special brush because otherwise it just ends up being a thing. But also, like, you have to start at the bottom. So what I was doing when I first started, I would take the brush and I would take it from the top of my hair all the way down to the bottom of my hair, and that would leave me with a whole bunch of like hair like being pulled out as I like pulled it across. Turns out what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to start at the bottom and work your way up to your scalp, but then don't do the scalp at all because you'll damage your scalp or something. But then there's also but that also applies to conditioner. You got to start the conditioner down at the bottom and work its way up. And it's a lot of effort. Like, I've been learning a whole fuck ton about it, and I've been getting into all that, and it's been reasonably interesting. And I just prefer it so much better than the short hair bullshit that I used to have to deal with. I just cut the hair short. You don't have to maintain it if it's short. We'll just put some hair gel in it and make you look like Guy Fieri all the time. And all this work makes me glad I just buzz it and don't look back. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks on me. It makes me look like Uncle Fester. And I feel bad because Uncle Fester and Guy Fieri are great people, but I just don't like the looks. It's the easiest way to explain what it looks like. Like, we all love Uncle Fester as a character, but let's face it, I don't want to look like him. Like, I want to look like someone else. And I really do look like him when I cut my hair back short like that. I really do. Whereas with the long hair, I like the long hair better. I like the, like, even, so there's like different things about like how you tie it up and stuff like that when you want to keep it out of your face, and because you can get like hairbands and hair clips and all of this sort of stuff. And it's really nice. It's something I'm glad I learned about because I was worried that part of me was worried that I'd go bald before I even got the chance to do any of this stuff. And at that point, like, I either have to use a wig or I have to just, you know, learn to face the facts and just be balding or whatever. But I suppose I lucked out because I'm in my 30s now and I have nice long hair, so it is. I will say it is a lot of work. And what also doesn't help is that you have to go to. What doesn't help is that you also have to pay a lot of money to like a hairdresser to like maintain it. So, and I've been having troubles with that because I don't like know where to go for it. And I have an idea. I've been given a suggestion of where to go, but I don't have the money for it right now. So hey, humans care for a deal. I blame buying a graphics card for this game. That's why I have no money. Definitely not the $1,500 a fortnight I have to pay for the fucking mortgage. Also kill the merchant. I'm not killing any merchants. No merchant killering here. Sorry, I mentioned the mortgage and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta transfer some funds. $423.36. And the reason for that is because I don't want to overdraw because there's an overdraw fee. They put my money in the wrong account today, so shit, did I incur the overdraw fee? Because I went under. It's a good thing I did that because I think I'll avoid the overdraw fee now. It was only by like $5 too. Fucking hell. Okay, so if everyone could subscribe to my YouTube channel, I mean, wait, no, the YouTube channel doesn't give me. If everyone could subscribe to the channel that doesn't give me money at all. Overdraw my $5, that's a $75 fee? For real, fucking hell. What about streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time? I already put too much effort into Twitch streaming. This is supposed to be a low effort hobby for me. Like, I'm... When I started Twitch, I was like, I'm just gonna do whatever. I'm just gonna plug in the mic and the game and just get shit going. Dual casting to me is like, it feels like it's gonna add a whole bunch of, it's gonna open a can of worms and it's gonna make it more difficult. Like, if I put a lot of effort into my stream, then and no one watches it, then like, what's the point? Like seriously, like when it comes to dual cast, when it comes to dual casting, it's like who's gonna watch it on YouTube? The majority of my audience, my 4 people watching it at most, is on Twitch. Like, and I'd sit here and I'd spend like an entire day trying to get it working or something like that, or maybe even longer, and I just burn myself out and no one's watching. So I do appreciate the few people who do watch. You guys are nice and chill. Care for a good deal? Lumiere suit. I want that. That looks good. Lumiere, an outfit for Mael. Short, a haircut for Gustav. Give Gustav a bunch. Albert hates us. I hate you when you don't pay me $1 million. Oh my god, I can't believe you guys. I need so much more money. Pay me more. Don't you love your Twitch streamer overlord? Why don't you give me all of your money? Oh my god. If you pay me money, then I'll love you, and I'm not promoting parasocial relationships, no. But yeah, no, if I'm honest, I kind of like only having a handful of people on the stream because I feel like if I had like 50 bajillion stream peoples, then I would collapse and die from panic attack. I'd be like, what do you mean 500 people are watching, like, no, go away, leave me alone. I'm just here to play exhibition. You know what they need to invent? They need to invent fame away. For just in case you accidentally become a celebrity online. you just spray a can and all of your fans just piss off. Okay, so I feel like I've been wandering around this overworld map for too long.
Perfect.
Haha. Okay, first things first. Pop. You don't even have a gun, you have a sword. I suppose we'll waste this guy's thingy. Wait, I forgot that the floaty guys dodge the skills. So what we need to do is bop, 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 bop. And I can't do anything else with that because I don't have any AP, so we'll just you.
Let the ink flow.
Then we bop you, and then we immolation you. You get set on fire because fire is good for me. It's good for me when you fire. And then I attack you back. One. Oh, am I stanceless now? Did I fuck up? Oh, marking shot, lovely. And then I can set you on... Oh, I can't set you on fire. Never mind.
Danger.
Hit, jump, hit. Okay, offensive. See, now I'm offensive. Set you on fire. One,
Feel the
two.
burn.
I just noticed that the more I murdered that particular enemy, the less color was in it. That's interesting. I'd say I'd lost my bearings, but I kind of haven't. Because that's where this thing is. That's where the merchant guy is. I can't go to those places yet. So my options are either Sun and Moon portal, Red portal, which is where I'm supposed to go, Yellow portal, and other red portal. So since I don't have to walk so far, I'm gonna go to the Sun and Moon portal. Why not? I actually spoke to a character here that was like lost or something. Squeeze nest. Okay. Squeeze. Boys, it's so nice having the air conditioner. I'm in such a better mood when I'm not in a sweltering room. It's Exhibition 55th. 6. 55th 6. Oh my god, my brain is fried today. Please, please make a egg and bacon sandwich out of my fried brain eggs. The problem with the air conditioner though is, it also fries my brain because it makes a loud noise and I can't think very well. Would you say you're in a good enough mood to read high fantasy? No. Yeah. Maybe some low fantasy. Maybe a little bit of medium fantasy, but not high fantasy. Maybe if it's the first, or maybe if it's the Final Fantasy, but none of the other ones. Speaking of which, one thing that I do like that's high fantasy, kinda, it's actually not. It's more just medieval setting. Well, I suppose there are some fantasy bits in it. But one of my favorite ones is actually Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I love that. That movie is wonderful. 30k channel points and growing. How do I make channel point earning slower? I need to make it slower. I can't do Garden Bam Bam. I don't want to spend the money on Garden of Bam Bam is free, right? I'll be back. How much does Garden of Bam Bam cost? Store. Oh, I can't show the store unless I wait, is Expedition not a borderless window? Wait a minute. Expedition borderless window. Yes, borderless window, please. There we go. So now, in theory, I should be able to take my take my Steam. There we go, and search for, what am I searching for? Nintendo Switch, not Nintendo Switch. Why did I say Nintendo Switch? Garden of Bam Bam. Garden of Bam Bam 7? Oh my god, thank the heavens. Garden of Bam Bam is free. Good, done. Oh my god, no, stop. Garden of Bam Bam 8 Anti-Devil is out now. Garden of Bam Bam 1 came out in 2023. They have made 8 games in 2 years. What is this? Guys, just make one game. Put all the 8 games together and just have it be one bigger game. What the fuck? Garden of Bam Bam 8. Oh my god, who the fuck? What is this? No. Go away. Steam dead now. Oh my god. I just realized that half of the people who were supposed to contact me haven't contacted me. Looks like our thingy went live, and it seems to be working. Okay, sorry, I had a message via the thing. apparently the release went live, and they're like looking at it at the moment, and it seems to be working. So I'm happy about that. That's nice. Resume. I wonder if my game will have an easier time with borderless window instead of full screen. Also, why is the... I was about to say, why is the FPS not on screen? Because I like to keep it on screen. But for now, I want to focus on the game, not on the FPS. Let's turn off the aircon. I think it's a bit much right now. Usually when I turn off the aircon, like seconds after I turn it off, it's like, it's not doing bad. It's too warm and I don't like it. I want the air conditioner back on. OBS hasn't told me that the encoding's having troubles. That's nice. It also hasn't dropped any frames. That's amazing. Usually the laptop drops frames. Maybe it's because performance mode was on from the beginning. And maybe it's because half of my icons aren't showing. What? What does Task Manager reckon? Oh, it is definitely using a fair chunk of resources. But it's not that bad. The fact that my icons are missing on the taskbar, I know it's anecdotal evidence, but I think I know it's anecdotal evidence, and it's kind of just me making the misattribution of causation, probably, but I get the feeling that it's because I have an AMD processor in this laptop. And every time I have an AMD processor in anything, I have problems with it. Look at me and my prejudice. It's okay. I'm giving the AMD processor a chance, okay? Shadow. I forget if I wanted shadow or not. Ooh. Deals high lightning damage, can break if a target is broken by the hit. Overcharge is fully charged. Deals very high single target damage. 6 hit uses weapons element. Critical hits generate 2 additional charges. I like this one. I want this one. Gains 4 AP if target is burning. Play a second turn. I kind of want to do thermal transfer because I like getting extra AP. Deals high single target earth damage. Break damage to all enemies. I'm going to take a small detour to get thermal transfer. And no skills for Nael. Defense. 1, 2, and then 3, I think. That looks good. 3 points for you. Let's just do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Actually, do I really want that? It's extra defense. That's actually a lot of extra defense, so I'll do that. 1, 2, and then 3. I'm tempted to go with agility because that gives me defense and speed. Yeah, let's go with agility for the last point instead. Okay. So that seems like a boss.
We can use that.
I wonder what happened to Expedition 66.
Perfect.
Hello.
Oh, aqui umano. Bucari,
Oh, hi,
password
little
topi
human.
parono.
You need the password to enter.
Comarito Golgra. Golgra
You'll have to
Monani.
ask Golgra. I just stand here. Golgra never tells me anything. I need the password to enter. Got it. Okay, well, someday I'm sure I'll have the password. I wish I had the money to put a NVMe in my computer. It'd make those load times so much quicker. It'd make the computer in general so much quicker. Alas, I have little money. I already fought these guys. They don't seem particularly hostile either. I feel like I'm more of a random encounter to them than they are to me. Oh, that's the falling waters. I don't. The flying waters. I always like get it wrong. It's interesting how distinct each of the colors in each of the areas are. Redwoods, danger. I think I remember seeing a place that said danger before. Rest. There's a lot of like mannequins here that have been like half painted. Odd looking fountain. Chroma swells inside. Pour 5,000 chroma, sure. Must mines created by man be considered false? Many have pondered this question. Most have understood its complexity. But alas, not all. Long had they thought the answer obvious. But the more they pondered, the more it consumed them whole.
What is this? A cryptic story dispenser?
Yeah.
Actually, I found it quite interesting. Could we try it again?
I don't think I have enough. Last time chroma was poured inside the fountain began to speak. Yeah, I don't have enough chroma right now, so... Can we try it again? No! I don't have any money! Maybe when you have 10,000 chroma in your pocket, then we'll talk about being able to afford the cryptic story dispenser. Why the heck am I hungry? I had food like an hour ago. Well, 2 hours ago. Maybe being hungry isn't a bad response to waiting 2 hours. 2 hours seems a bit short to me. Maybe it should be like 15. I need to check if oh, my domain is expiring. Confirm hostname. It expired. I'm not a robot. Select all the bicycles. No. Why am I using no IP? Oh, that's right. I'm using no IP because no IP lets me have a special name for my thing. So I don't need to. So a friend of mine was like, telling me if the I'm not sure if I'm going to be going to be doing stuff at 3 o'clock or not. If I'm not doing stuff on 3 o'clock, I may end up streaming longer, or I may end up swapping over to Metro Prime 2, because I really want to get Metro Prime 2 and 3 out of the way. I am running out of time. I only have a few weeks before Metro Prime 4 comes out, and whilst I don't want to rush through those games, I do want to at least spend some time on them, you know? Why did this say danger, though? It says danger. What's so dangerous about this? It's just a fountain. Is the danger that I was going to lose all my money? I wonder what engine this game is made in. Hey Siri, what engine is Claire Obscure Expedition 33 made in? You are dumb. Oh my god, I almost doxed Claire, whoever that is. Unreal Engine 5. Well, that explains why it wasn't optimized. Actually, optimization is really complicated. so like for example, you may or may not have noticed back on like the PS2 and stuff like that was how much they crunch down things and compress things. Like the computers at the time were more than capable of doing like full quality audio and all of that sort of stuff, but when it comes to things like PS1 and PS2, there were limitations. Like for example, Shin Megami Tensei had to crunch its audio because they couldn't afford the like license for like MP3 codecs and stuff like that to get full quality audio. And whilst they could just play out a WAV file, the problem with the WAV file is the WAV file's really big, and if they do that for too many songs, then they fill out the disc, and that was the problem that they had. So what they did was they just crunched down the quality of the songs, and that's why when you play the remake, all the music sounds crunchy because they had to use the original game's audio files because they didn't keep the master when they made the game. So like it really does matter. Like there's reasons why modern games use so many resources, and the reason why is basically because like we've got these resources available, why not use them? And like you know, like back in the day, when they transitioned over to like CDs and stuff like that, most of the games were only like a few megabytes in size. So when they moved to the PlayStation, it was like, well, did they sit there and optimize their games to make them still take that same amount of like 3 megabytes or whatever, or did they take the fuck advantage of that extra space? And they definitely did, because it wasn't that long before multi-disc games on the PS1 were happening, and games like Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 would come by with these massive FMVs that were only possible when you had that much storage space. So nowadays 100 or even 200 gigabytes is easy to spare on a modern computer with, like, you know, terabytes of hard drive space. So why not? Like, why not make use of it? And yeah, sure, they could probably be more efficient about it, but also at the same time, like, there's different levels of efficiency, like, and also, like, you have to consider that some of these games are designed with all the settings in mind. Like, imagine if you had to install, imagine if in order to get ultra high graphics you had to install an extra 100 gigabytes of data or something like that, you know? Like, that'd be crazy. Especially when the majority of people have enough space to store all these textures on their storage devices, because, you know, like, I've got a 2 terabyte SSD right here, and it didn't cost a whole lot. Like, not this particular one. It was technically given to me, and it's an older SSD. It's not like an NVMe or something, but you know, it's not that difficult to get that much space. Throw a punch at me and I'll snap your fingers like a twig. Okay. Throw a punch at me and I'll snap your fingers like a twig. Why do they keep saying that?
Caffettoro risillo. Pitacatto malu. Doko. Sama. Destralo. Mippo. Isubano pomigeli.
아, 그래. 엄마요. 버스
Isubano
기뻐.
pomigeli. Pitacatto malu. Destralo.
아,
Giovanna. No caffettero.
이렇지.
Pitacatto malu. Destralo.
아미, 라키.
Pitacatto malu. Pitacatto malu. Doko.
윌라.
Sorry, I'm getting messages whilst I'm trying to stream. This is a problem.
Pritotesu kimabana.
Do they all say
Era
that?
toso kimochi era fofo. Ito ni sogega wiro. Sama.
I'm not throwing punches. This is a pacifist run. Even though I've already murdered several of the other guys.
엄마 윌라. 버스 리또.
Welcome to our top secret gestural fighting club.
아, 둘레. 엄마
You're
윌라.
not
버스
tough, you can
기뻐.
still run away, you cowards. Lol. Show us what you got. We'll fight. Probably Lune, because Lune has a lot of
있어?
useful things. And who will destroy you? Matthew the Colossus, Bertrand Big Hands, Dominic Giant Feet, Julian Tiny Head. Oh my god, you're clearing so obscurity! Ah, hi Lemon, how are you? How's it going? I haven't seen you in a while now. I am doing a Claire Obscure. I'm gonna go with the guy with big feet because he might jump, and jumping is easy. Oh. Ah, he didn't. He jumped. I was. Oh, I got the counter. Nice. Ah. Ah. What? Why isn't it letting me have my turn? Okay, there we go. Look at that parry. Look at that hairy parry. I am bad at parrying, Lemon. I don't know how to parry. I took a really long time to beat a boss in Hollow Knight. My mic's quiet. Huh? Oh, okay. Is that better? Oh, that's too loud. Yeah. I only turned it a little bit. Is that better? It might be a bit classic mic volumes. It might be yeah, okay, that's good. I'm trying to make it so that the mic and the volume of the thing are like I'm trying to make it so that the volume of the music is like a third, or maybe around about a third or a half of my talking voice, and that everything's up loud so that you don't have to turn up the volume in Twitch in order to hear it. I don't want people to be on like the extremes of the audio though, and having to sit there and finagle the volume slider on Twitch in order to get a good volume. Okay, see, this guy looks like he likes to be on fire. 1, 2.
I'm ready.
Nope.
I'll do it.
I pressed it though. Oh my god. Why am I so bad at this? There's a fight in Hollow Knight that took me like months to beat, and my nephew beat it like almost immediately, and I feel so bad at skill. Imagine pressing it though. I've pressed plenty of buttons today. Like this button and this button.
Ready to evade.
No, I don't want to evade. I want to parry. Because the parry gives me a counter, and the counter deals like way more damage than anything I could do without it. I did it. I'm getting better at it.
Feel the burn.
Okay, maybe I'm not getting better at it. Maybe I'm getting terrible at it. Okay, skills. I want the one that heals me. The healing light one. I don't have the stains that I need to make it cost 0 AP, so I'm just gonna... Ow. I pressed it though. But undie stains. Oh my god. Catch you later, Lemon. Have a good leg.
Feel the burn.
Ow! I didn't press the button in time. What is with this game of making me press buttons at the right time? He's like, Yeah, so he has two different ones. One where he like hits you with both hands, and one where he hits you with like one. Let's do Earth Rising because I want more Earth Stains. Do the Earth Stains overwrite? They do overwrite. Okay. And it's a bit easier to do the double hand one because it doesn't like delay for a really long time. He's like, And I still screwed it up. Like, what's wrong? Am I doing something I'm not supposed to be doing? Oh, I have no AP. Let's get some AP. Counter, good. Napster, bad. Okay, that's Rising.
I'm ready.
Ah, I did it! Maybe it's better to be early than to be late. Okay, so I can do this for 0 AP. Haha, I succeed! You thought I was going to fail, but no, it turns out I succeeded. There we go, that should do it, right? Yep. Okay, we've got it.
Oui, là, Foselito.
Well played. I gotta pick those. You guys are good. You have my respect. Should I fight them all? Maybe I should fight them all. Luna is good. Let's give Gustav a try this time. So I already did Giant Feed. Let's do the Colossus. Good choice. He's the weakest. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Ow. Okay, let's do... Don't I have that thing that I got for him? So I don't really have a good way to get the target to burn. There's the mark, and then we can attack for extra damage with the mark. Yeah, and he's burned. Okay, so now I can do like from fire. And I get healed because he's burning. God damn it, I timed it so bad that time. Let's just go for... Let's see if we can stack some more burns on him. Ow. 1, 2, 3. Nope. I might as well do from fire again. I did it. I got new Prictos. Last stand. So, wait a minute. I'm confused. Oh, I can equip different skills. So, say for example, Lumiere Assault isn't working for me. Then I can use Shatter instead. Okay, I didn't know that you could re-equip those. That makes a lot more sense. I've been getting all these skills that I haven't been using. Deals low single target damage. Destroys all target shields. Gain 1 AP. If target is defenseless, then play a second turn. Okay, let's give that a try. These ones. So which ones aren't I using? Not really using Ice Lance at the moment. Okay, looks as though I'm not busy later today. Which is good, because I kind of need the rest. I may end up coming back later after the end of the stream to play Metroid Prime 2 though. It depends. It depends on how I feel. Metroid Prime 2, more like Metroid Prime. All I can think of is Metroid Prime Poo, but I didn't want to do that one. I wanted something more witty than that. Dang it, what's something that also ends in oo? Metroid Prime 2 Electric Boogaloo. Oh my god. Metroid Prime 3 Electric Boogaloo. See, the problem is the Metroid Prime 2 rhymes with poo and Metroid Prime 3 rhymes with pee, so it's... you can't win! Damn it. But whatever. Freaking Metroid Prime pee pee poo poo. My god, I'm like a fucking... like... how immature am I to be bloody well pee pee poo? What am I trying to do here? Deals low lightning damage, consumes a fire to generate 1 light. That might be good. So what do I want to keep? Rebirth I want to keep, I think. So it costs 0 AP if I consume 3 of the earth ones. So I want to keep something that gives me earth. Thunderfall gives me earth. So I'll keep Rebirth and Thunderfall. Immolation I like because it burns. Healing Light. So I think Ice Lance I can get rid of. And Earth Rising... I think I might swap out for Rock Slide because it's basically the same thing, but it's more versatile and gives you more stuff. So instead of Earth Rising, we'll go for Rock Slide, and instead of Ice Lance, I will go for so there's Thermal Transfer, deal gains 4 AP if target is burning. That's better than Ice Lance, because Ice Lance just kind of does it. Electrify. What about Electrify? Deals low single damage lightning, trigger an additional hit. I don't really... oh wait, Rebirth consumes that, so that might be good if I don't have anything that gives me... yeah, so Thermal Transfer... oh, we get extra AP if the target is burning with Thermal Transfer, so Thermal Transfer might be useful. So I think Electrify is... so Thermal Transfer is better than Ice Lance. I'd have to swap something out for... I'd have to swap something out to get Electrify. Electrify... Electrify gives me what I need for Rebirth. Better than Rock Slide. Wait, better than Thunderfall does. Yeah, so I think I might swap out Thunderfall for Electrify. Because the reason why I wanted Thunderfall is because Thunderfall gives me the stains that I need for Rebirth, but Electrify only costs 1 AP. And... only costs 1 AP, it gives me 2, and I can generate light stains with the fire stains from Immolation, whereas Thunderfall gives me the light immediately, and consumes red for increased damage. Oh, actually... But Electrify only costs 1 to use. So I'll go with Electrify with 1. I think that works better. Whoops. That was actually like really complicated to figure out Lune's skills. As a matter of fact, this game is very complicated. Let's see. So I've mastered these 3. Protecting last stand. Gain shell if fighting alone. Okay. So let's just so this is too complicated for me. I gotta think about this. So, in order to get the best out of this, what I need to do is I need to use the Pictos to give them the high level Luminas, so that I can use the Lumina points for other things. So, for example here, Empowering Attack. Empowering Attack is worth 10 Luminas, so it would be better to equip the Picto to get it passively. But also it's a level 1 thing, so let's take a look, see. SOS Shell. Critical burn. Ideally, I want, like, level 3 stuff here instead. 3 AP upon killing an enemy I want to keep. Energizing break, 3 AP on breaking the target. I suppose. I'd prefer killing the target, but I suppose if I'm in a long fight, you know, which one do I want to get rid of the most? They're all level 3, these two. So exposing attack, base attack applies defenseless, that's pretty good. 20% a chance to apply mark, whatever. 50% increased break on damage attack. So this one's only a level 1 Lumina, and it's a level 3 Lumina with 1 that costs 1. So what I might do is I might you know what, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna give Gustav the last one to master. Augmented counter, 25% increased counterattack damage. After a free aim hit, base attack damage is increased by 50%. Oh, I didn't know I could. Oh, so I've been using that intuitively. I think the extra counterattack damage might not be worth it. So now that I've done that, what I can do is I can go over to the Lumina and I can do stuff like base attack applies defenseless. So that's empowering attack. So I can get rid of some of these extra ones. Like, for example, gain 1 AP on a perfect dodge. Burning shots. I like burning shots. Oh my god, this is so complicated. So I have 5 Pictos. I have 5 Lumina points to spare. Healing Tints also remove all status effects. I kind of want that. Extra counters, 3 AP on killing an enemy, Versatile after free aim, base attack damage. Versatile might be worth more than that. Healing Tints. Versatile. What I might do is I might make it a bit easier for you, but I'll just close the door here. Close the door and I'll turn on the air conditioner. Wait, why is it on 2 fan speed? Get out of here. So the fan speed on this air conditioner is ridiculous. I can, like, ordinarily loud. So I don't know why there's like an extra 2 settings higher than that. So what temp is it set to? Why is it set to fan only? Nah. My goodness. If I just wanted a fan, I'd buy a fan. That's... Not gonna lie, I'm actually kinda glad that I put the air conditioner in. Because even though it's loud, I can deal with loud. But let's take a look-see. So, Versatile I like because I like to free aim and then shoot. So, like, one thing to be careful with is that, so, like, if I equip, like, a bunch of, single, Lumina things, then I can't equip as many of the bigger ones. So, say, for example, I want SOS Shell, well, like, which is better to me is staggering attack and dodge are really that worth it. Marking shots, burning shots. I like the marking shots and the burning shots. Cleansing tint. Cleansing tint is nice, so I think I might just go with dead energy too. And it's clear that some of these are like lower level things, so that I can equip higher level stuff. So we've got 4. So if I get rid of something like Dodger or Staggering Attack, I can equip Critical Burn, Versatile, or Rewarding Mark, which I might do. There we go. I'm sure most of these don't matter as much as I play them out to be. Wait, can I not? So this guy was the small one. The small fry. That's good, you have my respect. Okay, who will fight? Let's do one with Mayal. I did one with the others, so... Who will destroy you? Bertrand, big hands. Big hands, big muscles. You can't win. I say.
I'm ready.
So, if I do 1, and then I do, like, this... Oh my goodness, that's quite a bit of damage. Okay, it's difficult to tell when he's going to hit me, but now I've got like a bunch of this stuff, so... breaking rules I only need for things. Apply shell, reducing damage. That's guard up, swift stride. So what I might do is I might guard up first. Do my buff. Now I'm in offensive, so I don't have to waste a turn going for defensive. But that was what? Shell. Shell is a buff that reduces by 20% the damage received by the character. Yeah, I thought I already knew that, but okay. So let's just apply some burn.
On me.
I screwed it up. Aha! Curry! Okay, so yeah, let's just keep applying burn.
Flames on me. On me.
So the sound that it makes when it puts the things on screen is what it should be doing what I should be doing to match the rhythm to get the buttons. So what it does is it goes pshum pshum sort of thing. So that's what I got to press in order to get it, because they always appear at the same time. Now let's see. It doesn't have a shield. It doesn't have low physical damage. Regains extra AP. I don't really need extra AP at the moment. Per se is cheaper if I'm inversing it. Yeah, let's just keep burning him.
Flames on me.
You have to do it early. It looks like he's gonna swing and attack you, but then he just hits you with the shoulder.
Flames on me.
Burn! Burn! Okay, not too bad. I'm getting the hang of this one. Even though I'm not great at the timing, I'm getting more of a hang of what to do. Well played, you deserve this. You picked us, accelerating the last stand. Okay. So, now that I just spent all that time on my Pictos earlier, marking shots, you know what, I can just apply marking shots afterwards, so let's grab that new Picto, this one, accelerated last stand, gain rush if fighting alone, and so it was, I've got 0 things, but it was marking shots. So if burning shots versus marking shots, I think I'll stick with burning shots for now because burning seems to be very useful. Okay. Well, I'm going to do another one with Lune. Or should I do one with Mael again? I think I'll do one with Mael again. And who will destroy you? Julian Tiny Head. This guy looks ridiculous. Indeed, he does. Oh, okay, so he's got a really late one on that. I had enough time to recover. Rush is a buff that increases the speed of the character by 33%. Ah, okay. So, what I want is, I want guard up because that'll put me in offensive apparently. Yeah, he's got a real late one. Ah! So he spins around.
On me.
It's not... Ah, he's got 2 of them. He's got one where he spins around and one where he attacks. Ah, and he attacks like a bunch of times too. Do I have anything that heals? I don't. So we're just going to have to... Healing him. I got one of them. There we go. And time for the counter.
En garde.
Okay, so I'm stanceless now, which is annoying because I want extra burn. Switches to virtuous stance if target is burning. Target is not burning, so let's just up our let's see if I can stack this. 1. Gotcha. Okay, so if I Jeez, that deals a... Oh, he's got a lot of health. Okay, so let's set him on fire as much as we can.
Ready to parry.
And the counters are going to be integral for this turn, for this fight, because
Ready to
I
parry.
really don't want to... I really don't want to be losing health. God damn it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That should do it. So let's do that.
On fire.
The parry is like OP. Look at that! That was like almost 3,000 damage just from the parry. Look at it, just from the counter.
En garde.
Okay, so now I'm in Virtuose, which is 200% extra damage. Nice to know.
Strike.
Okay, I did not know that that's what Virtuose stance did. So I'll have to keep in mind Virtuose stance. So I need to get him the burn first. So there, now he's burning. So now I can use Swift Stride to go into Virtuose. And then I can parry. Parry doesn't seem to be affected by my stance. 1. 2. Okay. And I'm back. What's this about undie stains? Oh my god. Lune has stains, and I mentioned the word stains, and Lemon was here, so so per se is cheaper if I'm in Virtuose stance, but also look at how much it deals, like 1,500 damage. Not as much as the counter though. The counter, oh wait, that counter was terrible for some reason. Usually the counter's like really good. I don't know why.
Time to hit big.
Okay, time to hit big. What are you talking about? Okay, Bop, come on, burn. There we go. Okay, now we got the burn. We can Swift Stride to go in the Virtuose stance. Virtuose stance is 200% damage. There we go. Watch this. There we go. 2,700 damage. Okay, now what we can do is we can do per se, but I actually am really low on health, so I'm going to use my healing pins. Oh, that moves me to stanceless? Really? I didn't think that would move me to stanceless. That's kind of bullshit. Okay, so Swift Stride to get back into Virtuose.
Ready to parry.
There we go. I'm back in stanceless again. God damn it. You go on fire, please. Fire? Fire? No fires? Come on. There we go. Okay, that's just enough for me to be able to do this. Thankfully, Virtuoso Stance reduces the AP cost of the... Ah, dang it, I thought it was the one only one. At least I got to keep my stance this time.
Ready to carry.
Why is he getting so many attacks? That's so mean against me. One. There we go. Okay, single attack. I can handle a single
Time to
attack.
hit big.
Okay, let's take a look. What do we got? I should guard up because that'll give me offensive and that'll allow me to apply a bunch of burning, so... Maybe he wants to get a lot of attacks. Ever thought of that? Shut up!
Shields up.
I don't want him to have a lot of attacks.
On me. On me.
That combo one really annoys me. I'm so dead. I have no healing tints left. And I have no other means of healing either. All I can really do is just set him on fire like this
On me.
and hope that I can, that he
Ready
will.
to carry.
Like, dealing damage towards him on that is good, but it lowers like the target. The window is like much smaller if I do that.
Let's dance.
Yep. Okay. Let's just play it
Ready to
safe.
carry. This will hurt. A precise strike. Let's dance.
Okay. So playing it safe is good sometimes. I'm tempted to just stack up burning because I've got.
On me. Let's dance. On me.
God damn it! I died. This is why I don't like games that require hand-eye coordination. No, you know what? Screw you. I'm gonna fix this. We're gonna get Mael up and running for this. Do we have any skills that can heal with Mael? If in Virtuoso Stance, stay in Virtuoso Stance. Deals high physical damage. So instead of per se, we can do Fluent Flurry. But what I might do is I might swap... I might swap Breaking Rules for Fluent Flurry, which I have apparently not done. Because that is a higher damage. So this guy's the small guy. That's right, I can run. Guys are good. You have my respect. Okay, male still. And who will destroy you? The tiny-headed guy. This guy looks ridiculous. Doesn't look that ridiculous. One. Gotcha. Okay, so our new skill was... What? Why don't I have a skill? What happened to my skill? Did I not equip it right or something? What? I had 6 skills, didn't I? Oh well, I guess I'll just have to do it with what I've got. Guard up. The one that gives me virtuose stance doesn't is on burn is gone. What the fuck? God damn it. Okay, let's just make do without. I shouldn't have done that. Defenseless.
Ready to parry.
I'm just gonna parry as much as I can. Get better at the parrying. So he's got 3 of them. One where he just comes at you, one where he hits you multiple times, and one where he does a bunch of things. So let's guard up because we need a lot of health.
Shields up.
So there's one where he comes at you, one where he spins around and hits you, and one that attacks you multiple times. So, offensive stance.
Ready to parry.
And I am bad at recognizing which one's which, apparently.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Let's dance.
Gotcha. So the extra AP is nice because it means I can do Fluent Flurry. Which would have dealt a lot more damage if I could go into Virtuose Stance.
Okay.
1. Gotcha. Gotcha. Ah, dang it. He's got like no wind up for that second punch. Actually, you know what I need? I need a healing tint right now. Senseless. Okay, so, I wonder what this will do if I use it in stanceless. This keeps me in stanceless, so I think it's better to go for the offensive burn strategy.
On guard.
So offensive switch, which makes him defenseless. And then I counter, which gives me extra health. Ah! God damn it, now I'm like low on health
Ready
again.
to go. Let's dance.
Like this entire strategy was like
Okay.
built on me having access to the virtuose stance. And since I don't have it, I'm probably gonna die. But we'll give it a try anyway, because, you know, why not? It would be cool if I won anyway. Defenseless. So he can fuck up my stance if I don't parry him
Let's
right.
dance.
1, 2, gotcha. So the offensive stance, and now I can set him on fire.
On me. On me.
Almost got it.
Okay.
So I deal more damage when I'm in offensive stance too, so we might as well use it. Oh, and he's also defenseless, so the defenseless helps. 1, 2, gotcha. There we go.
The dance begins.
And then I can set him on fire. The more he's on fire, the more he burns. Spins around. Getting the hang of that timing, almost. Go on, attack me again. Aha! Oh, now I'm in defensive again.
Let's dance.
Would be nice if I stayed in offensive after the burning one.
Time to hit big.
Let's just stay in offensive. Offensive with defenseless seems to work.
On me.
There we go.
The dance begins.
Set you on fire once again.
On me.
Now I'm in defensive, which is good because it means I take less damage, even though I deal less damage.
Let's dance. Let's spill some
Okay,
ink.
defensive switch, makes him defenseless. Then when you get to turn, I counter whilst he's defenseless, deal a bunch of damage. Then he attacks again, and he's attacking for this one, so I gotta make sure I keep an eye on it. And then, you know what? I'm gonna go with Fluent Flurry. Why? Because I feel like it. I did it! See, I told you! I fucking did it. I screwed up the strategy, and I still did it. Well played, you deserve this. Managed to beat everyone here, well done. Here, now get out of my sight. Solo fighter, 50% more damage. Wonderful. An empowering last stand, game powerful if fighting alone. Nice to know. Did I level up any of those Pictos? Because if I haven't mastered the Pictos, then I can't really... Oh wait, no, I can equip them. I'm dumb. I can just equip them in the second slot. So like this one, right? Because SOS Shell has already been mastered. And versatile or... I think I'll just swap out this one. And what was it that... Empowering Lane. So it's a bit difficult to know that whether or not you've mastered a Pictos, because you have to look at the outline of the Pictos. So see, if you take a look at Mael here, right, and you can see that Mael has this like part that's kind of filled out, and I think after 4 battles it gets filled out and it fills out this outline. And you can see it in this area here, but it's very small and difficult to see, so... Well, I may not be doing Metro Prime 2 later today because I've just been told that apparently that's not the case, and wonderful. Apparently they might be able to make it home. I'm just like, part of me is thinking they should just skip if they can't I should just say, listen, if it's too complicated, we can just skip, or maybe do another day or something. I was really kind of... It really kind of made things easy for me to just cancel. Like, dang it. Oh, well. Actually, looking at the time, I might put in an order for some food, because... Because I want some. That might be a bunch. So I've learned to start taking the later arrival time for the for these deliveries, because for some reason they take a really long time. Who will fight? No one today. This place is for real fighters. How about you go away? You're not the last one. That's good. That's all they say. So is that all this was to just get some pictos? So I've noticed that the gestrels here all seem to have brushes on their heads. They're like mannequins with brushes. This guy... I love the guy with the long legs has the brush like split apart, because it looks like he keeps hitting his head on things because he's so tall, and like probably hitting the brush on the roof and stuff. It is cool that they all have different types of brushes. I'm surprised that that one that they said looked ridiculous was the one that ended up besting me in the end. Let's rest. This is a fun little detour. I think that's the only other place I can go aside from Thingy Bob. Wait a minute, what's this? I don't remember this. Oh wait, no, I do remember this. I just didn't look at it earlier. Jestrel Beach. Hold on, I need to turn off the air conditioner so I can hear this. What the... What's all that stuff over there? Oh, humans, it's been a while.
Naru.
A beach? Okay, but what are you doing here?
Gobi.
I'm training hard every day to reach the end of this parkour course.
Mamoro como no
The mate already reached the end. He's a master at crafting swimsuits.
Tanko tokamo.
And I desperately need a new swimsuit.
Bibo
can help.
ture koa mila.
Oh, if I can't do it, then you certainly can't either.
Iso mo mi bumbo tiro
But if you ever manage, he probably will reward you greatly.
Iko ba o luto minna.
The mate is over there. Can't miss him. He's one ugly mate.
Umpa.
Enjoy falling. Wait, so I gotta get over there to talk to him? This music is just... What? Okay, so this looks like some Sonic Frontiers ass bullshit right here. Oh. Dang it. Okay. So I can just fall straight off them, so... It looks as though the more I run, the further I jump. Jump! Jump! Oh, come on! He couldn't have grabbed onto it? At least they line you up. Like there's so many games where it, like, when it teleports you back, you gotta, like, do some shit to get set up again. Whereas here it's like, yep, I'm lined up with this log. I can just run forward and I'll be fine. See? I wonder what it looks like if I do it as, like, a different character. The more I run, the further I go. That's usually how running works. Listen! Some games don't do that. They just give you a fixed jump, and if you're running, then it doesn't matter. This game has been very rigid with what I can jump and what I can't. I don't know if it's easier or more difficult with Lune. I don't know what it is, but I can't seem to, like... It's difficult to keep a straight line for some reason. Well, that's the furthest I've gotten. We need to be more serious than this. This is an exhibition. Imagine if the people back home knew that we were doing this. Like, are you going to stop the mistress? It's like, well, I could, but... Oh, sorry, it's not mistress, it's paintress or something like that, I think. Are you going to figure out why all this is happening? No, I'm just gonna... There better be, like, a checkpoint or something. I think Mael might be the easiest one to do this with. I don't know if it makes much of a difference. At least the music's interesting. Boy, do I wish I just had, like, I could improve my hand-eye coordination without, like, I feel like I have to focus so much to do this kind of thing. There's not much point in running now. Okay. I pressed the jump button. What the fuck? Okay, so it seems as though this parkour is like not that difficult to do if you're not running, but you have to run for that jump there. It actually gets kind of more difficult if you run. So the only reason I really want to run is just to do it faster. Wait a minute, that one over there doesn't have, like, the pegs on it. What? No! I hit like an invisible wall. How? What? I somehow got stuck on the geometry and it was like, no. I learned that apparently they figured out a technique to prevent materials from clipping through like clipping through geometry and like 3D animation and stuff like that. And it takes a really long time to render, but it's like a mathematical equation that they figured out that makes it so that 3D objects will like bend in a way that they never clip into one another. So if you put like a cape on like a character or something, then you won't ever and then you render it using this physics technique or whatever, then it will never clip through other objects. Oh, god damn it, that was the easiest part, and I bloody well blew it. How bullshit is this? I need more games that don't require me to do stuff like this. Okay. You didn't even try. God damn it. Okay, slow and steady wins the race. Imagine if this was like real physics or something and like realistic, and it didn't just immediately teleport me back to the beginning. Like if once we did this, we just fucking drowned in the ocean and died. And that's how the expedition failed, is because we were doing this stupid parkour thing. Okay, let's get... I hit an invisible wall again! What? That's bullshit! I jumped and everything, and I just kind of didn't go onto the platform and then slid off. It's like as if my hitbox extends like a person below where I am, and I have to be at the apex of my jump in order to land on it. Skill issue, yes, indeed. My skills do not lie in awkward platforming. I actually really like it when I get good, precise, flowy platforming. Like after playing FF7 Rebirth, I was really glad to have the platforming in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, because FF7 Rebirth seems to like to railroad you down a very it seems to like to make you do a bunch of extra animations to do just about anything. Want to climb down this ladder? Sit there and watch as Cloud like puts his sword away and then meanders his way onto the ladder. At least this one's like easy to get on. I actually was expecting this other one to be like super easy to jump on. There we go. Because this one doesn't have the poles on it. Whereas these other ones have the poles, but the poles seem to make it easier somehow. All I gotta do is just wait until... Wait a minute. I can't make that. Oh, I can. It's okay. Oh, what? Really? I had like... Come on. Like, I know that I need to run to have more momentum, but I didn't think I needed to run for that. That was like the tiniest gap ever. Like, for some reason, I just had no momentum whatsoever. Oh, come on. I feel like I shouldn't be sliding off there. I feel like I should just, you know, just land on it. It's like ever so slightly to the left, and that's why I slide off it. Ah, god damn it. Well, get ready to watch this for the next 20 minutes as I sort out things. God damn it. No. Oh, that worked. At least the music's nice. I don't really have much of a problem with the music. Oh shit! There's a hole in the middle! God damn it! I fucking fell in the hole in the middle. Okay, I didn't expect to fall through it, but now I've done it, I suppose. It's actually like really easy to land on the first one. See, because that was the problem I was worried about with making that other jump, like right at the end there, was that I was going to jump and overshoot it if I ran. Because you can, evidently. Okay, so... See, like, look at that! I thought that just walk forward and jump and I'd be fine. Okay. Watch as I screw this up. Oh, someone arrived here. It's a human. Interesting. Guess that deserves a reward. Now that's a manly swimsuit. Use it wisely. Thanks. Oh, you seem disappointed. Yes, I am, apparently. I see what you mean. You want another swimsuit, am I right? Well, if you answer my question correctly, you may have another one. If I were a 2-year-old human, what age would I gamage? If you're 2 years old right now, right? 2 years, right? So, and it's 33, right? Right now. So, so 3 would become 32. 4 would become 31. 5 would become 30. 6 would become 29. 7 would become 28. 8 would become 27. 9 would become 26. 10 would become 25. Yep. 11 would become 24. 12 would become 23. 13 would become 22. 14 would become 21. 15 would become 20. 16 would become 19. 17 would become 18. So it's either 17 or 18. So I think 17. You're probably right. I can't count anyway. Oh my god. Here, take this. For the ladies. Do you have more? You think I'm some sort of professional swimsuit maker? I am! But no, I don't. There are other creatures like me on other beaches. We meet up from time to time to brainstorm swimsuit ideas. Off you go now, I need peace. That's where I started. Why do I feel like I can go over there? Can I swim if I equip the swimsuit? Okay. Gustav gets the swimsuit. Wait, so Lene can wear the swimsuit as well. Okay. Can I just go swimming with the swimsuit? Aha! Oh, nice swimsuit. Wait, so that's it? Like, I can't get over there? It feels like I can get over there. There's like stuff over there. Oh, what? I like swum for like half a second. Okay, maybe not, I suppose. Well, I don't know how I feel about that one. I mean, so I'm not angry at the mini game, and the character afterwards was pretty funny. And I got some swimsuits, which are nice. So I'm not mad. I'm not as mad as I would have been in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Also, I didn't hate the music. Well, normally I would go to the place that I'm supposed to go to, but, well, we're out of time for today. It is 2 o'clock. And since I have a tentative, thing happening after, tentative thing that may or may not happen at 3 o'clock. I think it's probably a good place to stop. Also, I got some food that's probably arriving now, so next time I should end up just going into this village. That's not the village, that's the waves. The village is over here. I might as well make camp like right in front of it if I can. Good place to stop, but I need more CITs. No, you don't. You don't need more CITs. What is my face right now? It's just normal face. I was worried that it might be worried or something. I need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it. Oh my goodness. That was a good one. I didn't mind that one. I have fun this time. I do wish I hadn't rambled on so much to begin with. But here it is. We'll go to camp. We'll save. I hope you appreciate how much work it is to get Bam Ban. I should just play Bam Ban off stream and then be all like, I've already spoiled everything, so you. So I don't know. I don't think it's really worth it. See, that wouldn't work because I would end up playing Bam Ban twice, so... Oh, this is the music from, the place. The Flying Waters place. Go to sleep. But anyway, I think this is a good place to call it. Anywho, well, thanks to everyone for dropping by, and if I may stream Metro Prime 2. Metro Prime is a bit more ad hoc, so I'll probably stream it whenever I feel like it. If not, I'll catch you all on Thursday. Have a good afternoon or whatever. Yeah, and I'll see you later. Wait, oh no, I forgot to do the, yeah. Bye! It's okay, I didn't drop my iPad or nothing, okay? Bye!